La 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 la, it's you. La 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 la, it's me. Hello. I'm keeping this take. This is gonna be a one take video. I don't care how much I mess up. I'm keeping that intro. Okay. Alessia's still on break. All right. He put in a lot of work at 1.3. Is she looking? Oh, I thought she was looking at the camera. So for presentation purposes, Lino's here. Oh, look at that baddie. All right. I love Hot Girl Summer. Okay, what are we talking about today? Oh, what's my remarkable notes? I wrote them down. Okay, so I had a couple things here in Yinglung I wanted to do. So I've been working on Yinglung over the week. That was a little bit, right? Oh, I'm supposed to send myself, hold on, I'm supposed to send myself Discord, my NCADs, so I can show you the differences. There's like 3 versions, well, I guess technically 4 now, of Yinglung Pass. So hold on, let me send those real quick. I have a thing, by the way. I say real quick, and my best friend has caught on that real quick usually does not mean actually real quick. It means I'm going to do something, and it's going to take a little bit of time. I don't know why I say it, but it's my almost 40-year-old uncle saying, is to say real quick. And you know what? It is what it is. Okay, so this was mods. Okay, hold tight, stand fast. And then this was mods 2. And then I'm currently on mods 3. Okay. Alright, NCAD's got an upgrade too. You're gonna like NCAD 1.4, what he's done with this. Really cool. Okay. I pretty sure I've set her right here. Move over. Okay. So when I talk about... Oh, where am I at one? I need it on both. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I wanted to do a pipe rework. A lot of Yinglung Pass has been doing pipe reworks, right? I started off with a lot of pipe control ports, and I don't think I even have those NCADs anymore. And then I moved on to doing more, like, I had the gas leak issue that I wanted to deal with, even though the original build doesn't have that, or if it does, I didn't notice it. Which, now that I've done some work on it, I think it's actually more related to, splitter, converger, priority stuff, and some of the offline bug with stuff, right? So this is the original, right? So this is the original launch that I did of Yinglung Pass. So one of the cool things about this is you can see this idea, the bones of this have stayed relatively intact, right? That's something I kind of like about my builds, is like I kind of get a base build and then I kind of modify around it. Obviously, if you see like Wuling City, right? That's a very big one that has looked relatively the same bones over a long time, right? Oh wow, I don't have. Oh, this is beta. That's right. That's on my. That's in here. Hold on. It's from like 1.2 onwards, right? Oh god, you remember this? Remember 1.3? Gigantic insanity of League City, and that wasn't even crazy because remember people had that thing packed. So like this, right? Oh, I was trying to like make Head of Night here or something. That's 1.2. But anyway, so like yeah, and then like also like Marker Stone has also had relatively the same setup, right? Head of Night over here, Zircon, Head of Night in the west or east, Zircon in the west, and then refineries in the north, like Cuprium, right? And Jingyu Valley has also had something kind of like that, but I'm gonna look. I'm not gonna find that. All right, let's move on. So with Yinglung Pass, it's been going through multiple iterations, right? Multiple iterations. And like the final iteration I was actually going to do was to move the fitting units and gearing units out and into Wuling City. So all gearing units are done there. I will probably still do that. But for right now, I'm keeping it this way because I don't know how to realign this to use that space. And I really like the heavy Sheer Knight carousel. Y'all know me in this heavy Sheer Knight carousel is just, I don't know what it is about that thing. So anyway. So this was the original build. Now, a couple things. There's a lot of space right here next to the pack, right? There's the double separator cores in the south. There is the... I call this the Acrogen station down here. That's down here. Then there's Liquid Sheer Knight station up here. Heavy Sheer Knight, and then Pyrolite, right? So that's the... And then the double Shirigen conduits, right? So that's kind of the build I was going with. I don't have my early builds, but I originally had, like, this thing was a mess when I originally did it. Like, original. Like, the one that was based, that, the temporary build is based off of was, like, a mess. And it took me a long time to do, like, the gas. I had some of the Pyrolite down here on its own little depot bus. It was a whole thing, y'all. So that was something. Alright, so this is first pass, all right, and I released this one because it was very easy to set up, right? Very easy to set up, very stable. You did not have to do anything with the conduits. You just bring them all in. I think that was very easy for a lot of people, instead of like having to split stuff out and all that and trying to explain that. This was really easy to set up, right? Just bring in your Shirigen and I'll split it for you. Same for the Energen, right? Everyone, by this point, most people know how to, like, conduit to acid, and they know how to conduit to water. That wasn't a big deal, right? And there was no outside conduits. That was a big thing. There's no outside conduits here, so all the conduits are contained. I just had to make an extra blueprint, because I remembered them saying, like, conduits are now linked in the blueprint, but you can't make a blueprint of all of this, right? So I had to, I don't think I can, at least. So I had to make 2 blueprints where I split it in half, right? But then not all the conduits are connected on the half. So that's why there's 3. That's why there's 3. There's the top half, bottom half, and then the conduits are the 3rd blueprint, right? So this is what I released. Now, and like I said, the reason I released this, very easy setup. Very easy setup, very reliable, working. Don't have to worry about it too much, right? That's what I really wanted. All right, so then I went on my crusade, of course, for no cancel symbols. That's not true. That would have given no cancel symbols, except like here, I believe, which was still a crusade I needed to go on. Let's be honest here, right? Everything else I think was properly balanced. Yeah, cancel symbols showed up here, but that was like to show the pipe control ports working. All right, so I went through the whole thing of I did a little redo, and then I had issues with gas leakage because I had everything properly balanced out with like this, and offline this was causing me issues, but it probably had to do with like this and the priority of splitters and convergers and the weirdness of that. I don't know. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a build with no convergers, no pipe control ports. That's what we'll do, no pipe control ports, right? So that's what this build is. So this is the build I was rocking for actually a long time. But this was another stable version, but it required work out here. And I think this is what I gave my friends. Some of my friends. Is it? Shit, I don't know. Is it? It is. I don't know. Okay, so I don't have 4, just 3. I don't know why I called it 4. So let's not use this one. You have to use YP mods 2. I don't know why I called it mods 2. I don't know what the difference is here. To be honest with you, but I know I worked on this one this morning. Okay, so we'll just use this one. So this is what I was working with. Yeah, this is what I was working with for a long time. Okay, so I was working with this one for a long time, and the thing about this one is the liquid Shearonite needed to be balanced properly without using pipe control ports. All right, this was a pain in the butt to figure out. Let me show you my notes on this. This is what I did to figure this out. Oh gosh, I hate this color. This right here, okay. Oh, that was earlier today. Where's the other one that I did? Because I did that this morning. Here, right here. So if you turn this 90 degrees, it reflects this pipe setup right here. Alright, look at that amazingness. So you can actually see it. It's 30 coming down, 30 at the split, 15 left, 15 down, 7.5 up and to the left. But I put it down. This was like the initial planning here, right? So this powers 6 engines. Sure, but it's this right here, right? The other, and then I was going to join the 7.5 back in to get 22, and then it went to, oh, it was gas generation. I don't know why I called it GG, and I don't know why I called that. But 7.5 to Acrogen. Yeah, because I still had 3 gas transmuters here. So this was Acrogen, and then another Shirigen, and then to power it, and then the actual Shirigen itself, right? So that's what I had going on here. with the Acrogen, or one of them, not needing much. But anyway, that's stupid math. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about that much. Let's talk about what I actually did. Okay, so here's what's actually going on here. Each of these crucibles are making 30 a minute Sheeranite, alright? Because my biggest issue between this build and the next build of using no control ports, including here, was how do I use this 30 Sheeranite? How do I use all 60 Sheeranite coming up, right? That was my big thing. Okay, so redoing it, we ended up with this. Yeah, because I'm not using this anymore. We ended up, I don't know. Yeah, we're not using that. So I ended up with this, right? So how do I use all this? So this is 60 and 60, and I thought, could I use all that to the gas globes? No, I need to power the transmuting units, especially the one for Acrogen, right? So what I did, there's 30 being made in this right crucible, 30 being made in this left crucible. I send it over and send them both out, right? So they both come out at a equal rate of 30 and 30. The first 30, we just don't even worry about that. It goes straight into the fluid gas transmuting unit, and it goes into here, and where it was going, you can see the link now, actually, it was this conduit outlet to the gas reactor globe, the north one, all right? So we just don't even worry about this top one. I needed to worry about how do I get this 30 to properly go between all these buildings. Because, see, here I have a fluid gas for Acrogen, a fluid gas for Sheergen, and then another fluid gas for Sheergen up here, all right? So, timeshare. So I opted to timeshare this fluid gas transmuting unit, right? Okay, now timesharing is usually done when you have products that do not fully utilize a facility's capabilities, okay? Fluid gas transmuting unit, let's take a look at the recipe. Recipe for stable environment, no, not stable environment. I am doing liquid Sheergen. Here, liquid Sheergen to liquid Sheeranite to Sheergen. All right, every 2 seconds you can make 1-to-1. That means 30 a minute, right? In 1 minute, every 2 seconds, 60 divided by 2, because a minute and 60 seconds, 30 a minute. All right. So, if a fluid gas transmuting unit can work at 30 a minute, but I only need 6 a minute of Acrogen to power the gas dispersing unit, right? Need a minimum of 6. And I'm only using leftover Sheergen here to power this. Because remember, whew, lordy, let's talk about this. Remember, I have 100 Sheergen coming in, but I need 36 between these two. At least 36 between these two, alright? So, I'm just not gonna talk about that. Just that's what I need. So I need this extra, like 6. I think I actually need 2. I need 72. Yeah. At least 2, but I can send extra. So how do we get that? This right here splits from 30 into 15. All right. So I got 15 to the left, 15 down. So let's deal with this left part first. This all the transmuting units need 6 minimum to function. Okay. So this is 7.5 to the north into the transmuting unit. It's fine to send 7.5 in. It doesn't hurt, right? The other 7.5 goes forward. Man, honestly, I could put one Sheergen, a liquid Sheeranite a minute to go to Wuling for Aquagen. All right, because that's what I chose to use my overflow on. I don't care about extra Pyrolite parts. We're already producing too much. I don't care about extra Sheeranite, heavy Sheeranite. We're already producing too much. So I opted for the Daegum Aquagen farm for my min-maxing needs. Okay, so it doesn't matter how fast that thing runs. It only needs whatever every so often, at least 1 to power it, right? So if we have 7.5 to the north, to the left, I can split it again to send 3.25 up to Aquagen. I can send the other 3.25 into this fluid gas transmuting unit. Okay, so hold that in your mind. This will be 3.25 joining in. We jump back over. This is 15, 15, 15. Split. 7.5 to the north, 7.5 to the left. 7.5 to power the unit. 7.5 goes into the fluid gas. We only needed 2, but we got 7.5. Join that with a 3. Well, we got what? 10.725-ish? Easy clap, right? So now I have all my stuff used up. I didn't want anything extra, and that's going to go into the conduits and come out here. All right. So, This conduit was powering glass globes, right, for 30-minute shear gen. This was sending at least 2 to join in over here. All right. So remember our split. We have 40-minute shear gen, 60 a minute. We split this in half. This 30 goes to the other gas globes. We can ixnay that. Don't worry about that. This 30 joins in the 40, right? And I needed 36 plus 36. I needed 72. So I needed at least 2 coming in here. I have 10. I'm good to go. Okay. This is bringing in 10. This is now 40 plus 30, 70, so I have 80 something. Easy clap, all right? And those both went across and came out and got distributed out. So I also figured if I can't fully fix the offline gas leak, I'll just overflow this shit by an amount to make sure it works. That was part of it, okay? So this worked out really well, and this is also very optional. I could have just sent this more to the Aquagen farm if I really wanted to. Okay, now you notice I do have pipe control ports here. They're not limiting, but they will still get affected by the offline bug. However, because I'm sending so much, it doesn't matter. So what I did over here, I don't want this running at full. Oh shit, I forgot a timeshare thing. My bad. So if we have we only need 6 acid coming in, and we have 10 liquid shearnite coming in. They can just go in and share this. Right? They can share. It's no problem where the input is. They'll just flip. Oh shit, sorry, that might be a little jump scare. So you can see this in game right now. See that? It just flips every once in a while. Whenever it gets a different one. Where are you? Like that, right? So it'll just flip and use another one, right? So that might be something that helps you all in your build, right? You can timeshare this thing. And so it does not function the whole time. Here, I'll actually do this for you. This guy has been cooking on this thing, so we'll let this run in the back. I meant to have it up earlier. So we time shared it. That solved a lot of my problems. It got rid of a whole building, conduits, and all this. But I've had to put in pipe control ports because you're going to have 2 different outputs, right? But you only want one going to one place and one going to another. So you got to use different outputs, right? But turned out okay. That turned out fine. Because there's... So to overcome the 6 a minute being limited of shear gen, of acrid gen, what I did was I limited the gas, the acid to 12 instead. I just limited it to 12. It's a little bit more, but it won't interfere with anything, right? It won't cause any kind of backup to happen. So just 12, and now even if it goes slowly offline, it doesn't matter because I have more than I need. Same for here. Same for the shear gen. Okay, so that's what I did there. This was good. This was good, but this is weird right here. This kind of weird. You know, this looks great. The main thing I freaking have hated this conduit not being the same as this conduit. I have hated it. I've hated it so much. But it finally get its okay. There we go. It's starting. I hated this so much. I've been thinking of how do I get rid of this because this has been annoying the crap out of me. Because I can't I can move this over, but you see something neat I did? All of these are in a column together. They're all in a columns together. You see? Yeah. Except this. This is not in a column together, and that's okay. Right? That's okay. And then the crucible, and then the fluid is in a column, and then this transmuting unit is a column, and then all these are in columns together, and oh my god, isn't it so organized? Oh my god. Oh my god. So, I really needed this to not be like this, though. I was like, this is really annoying the crap out of me, and I can't move these because I can't move this over because it'll overlap with this gas dispersing unit. I can't edit this, and I can't move this back because this thing is in the freaking way. So what the fuck do I do? Well, you see, friends, when I have a bug in my butt, I think I gotta do something about this. Let me show you my outline. Have I hit any of my points yet? Not at all. But you're gonna continue at 20 minutes. Y'all are here for the yap anyway. You're fine. You're here for the talk. So today I set onto this mission. I'm gonna deal with some of this jankiness that I don't like. Okay. But I was looking around and like the factory stuff, but I had 2 ideas. Pipe rework. We're gonna do a little bit of rework with the gas and liquid and all that. All right. 2 goals. Can I reduce conduits? How many conduits I have? Because there's a lot of conduits in this build, right? Can I reduce how many I have? And I need to be okay with trading conduits for pipe logistics, okay? Because my original thought was I'd do something like this, but I can't do it. I'd run this conduit down and like up and get like 3 different logistics right here, with like a splitter, a box thing, and right, a splitter, and then 2 bridges. I had to be okay with that, so I said, okay, I'm okay with that. All right. So first I needed to do is check how many logistics I have. So I'm gonna show you a little trick. You may not know about this. How do you check how many logistics you have? Well, you just put some down. So I like to do 5. I did 10 earlier, but I'll say 5. Probably a little better, right? So you do 5, move them, go into bulk action, select them, copy them, and paste, paste, paste until you can't anymore. Oh, I have a lot more now. All right, exceed it. So I got 5 by 5. So I got at least 25. All right, and now I'll just come in and do this. Okay, I have actually just 25. Right, so that's how you can tell how many logistics you have. You can also tell the cat. 64. Right? So I can only have 64. Now the reason there's not a lot of pipe logistics here, right? You don't really see that many. But don't ask what's going on over there. There's actually only 5 over there. So I got 25. I have way more to spare, right? So I should not be afraid to use some pipe logistics. All right. Now, one of the things is conduits can count towards your facility limit. So you can kind of balance your facility limit versus your logistics limit, right? And your pipe limit. This is not really as applicable here. There's not as many like things, but it's way more applicable in like Wuling City, right? Because you have, I have like hydro mining rigs, right? And I got the conduits going into test area, and we got water conduits, right? All the water pumps, and then the eco farm, and all the zip lines for delivery. So that's why people have so much trouble with Wuling City, which is also why I did not make a bigger build in Wuling City, because I was like, I'm never going to hit that limit again. So I did a lot of, if y'all were here for that, you know, I did a lot of work to get the facility limit down in Wuling City, because logistics, belt logistics do count towards facility limit. Very weird. I don't really know why. Okay. So, one of the things is, because in this version 2, because I was willing to not make perfect splits of Sheeranite, that liquid Sheeranite, that really freed me to get this done, quite frankly, right? Because I'm not really obsessed with min-maxing production. It's not needed. So I care more about how my base looks, because, I mean, making a factory at max production is really easy. Like, getting the math isn't easy, don't get me wrong, that part is not easy, but like building compactly and getting things together, it's not really easy. I'm sorry, that's not the term. It's just not, it's not as hard. Ugh, that's not the right term either. How do I say this? It's a different way of building, and it's not necessary, but I can do it. Right, it's a different tool. Actually, that's the better way to put it. It's a different tool set, right? Building for compactness is a different tool set than building for aesthetics, right? So I prefer to build for aesthetics because I don't particularly care about min-maxing my space. Obviously, I actually prefer to min-max my space aesthetically, right? So it's a different build style. So I need to be careful how I talk about that, because I don't think it's bad to min-max your space and be compact or anything like that, right? Because one of the things is, if people use your build, they have the freedom to use up extra resources elsewhere. My free resources are not very apparent to people. It's very apparent to me where I can get extra resources out and stuff, but not to most people who use my builds. And that it might be a problem actually, but not too big of a deal. It's not too big of a deal for me. I actually thought about doing a build of Jingyu Valley and moving the planters into Wuling City for people who would like to do stuff in Jingyu Valley, but we're not talking about that right now. Okay, so not doing perfect splits of liquid Sheeranite freed me to really build out this and not use pipe logistics. Very good. Now, something about this factory you need to understand is that there are 4 sections of this. Okay, there's 4 sections to this factory, and I'm gonna use this one because I'm not showing you the new stuff yet. But 4 sections. From the bottom, we start with conduit row. All right, that's what I call this, conduit row. Pyrolite globes, so it's like pyrolite production junction, that's what I call it, because this comes into the junction. Conduit row, heavy shear night, heavy X, is that what I call it? Heavy X production. And then the liquid generation station. That's what this gets called up here. This is all liquid generation station, okay? Now, when it comes to that, that's how I organize the base in my mind. There's 4 different areas, and they need to stay relatively together, right? That's kind of how I did this in the initial area build. So I kept looking at this, and I had 2 ideas I wanted to do that led to the mods. I wanted this to be somehow not like this. They needed to be mirrored or together. Something they need to happen, right? That was one. The second was I no longer wanted to do this split of the Shirajin. I thought it might be better to just to have this come in, not split, and then get split over here somewhere instead. So one conduit comes in, and it will go through and bring in logistics. I'll do it over here, actually. So it would have... Oh, I can't do it. Well, I can't. So it would have came down and like crossed all these logistics. This would have been open actually and came down like that, right? That was an awful demonstration. But I opted not to do that. Because I realized I could do a little changing if I was willing to move this gas dispersion. I kept messing with this and messing with this. Like, I can do something with that. But I didn't really want to have a conduit just sitting out in the middle. But we'll get back to that. So I did Joss's build, and he had like this little conduit splitting to both sides. And then I saw, like, earlier today, I saw some build in Discord where somebody was doing, like, just bringing in 60, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. I'll just bring in the 60, okay? I'll bring in the 60, and I'll bring it in off of one conduit. I'll just do it. I was going to figure it out, how to get, like, actually, I was going to do it with 2 conduits at first. I'll figure it out. So, but I'll come back to that. Up here in Liquid Generation Station is where I had to start, okay? I got all these conduits, and if I was going to do this, I knew one of the things I could combine this conduit of Shirajin in with this conduit of Shirajin in, because if I was going to get the natural Shirajin to go to these 2 gas globes, I needed to then bring the generated Shirajin that I produced together to the gas station. Okay, that's what I needed to do. So I was like, I can get this somehow, man. And I had this like line up here, this right here. I was like, I can do this, man. I can figure this out. I also, and the key was I knew I could move this acid conduit somewhere and use this back row up here. I was like, I can do something with that, like the Shiranite coming, or the Shirajin coming up. I don't know yet. I don't know. I had to figure it out and move some stuff. I overthought the gas globes thing. Like, this was just moving like 2 conduits. I don't really know why I had so much trouble with that in my mind. That was easy. Of getting 2 conduits coming from the gas globes. It was just moving, moving this conduit like here. And then splitting it here. It was, I don't know why I had so much trouble with that in my brain. Alright, so that was really easy. So let's actually take a look. I can talk about it now. Okay, so this is what I came up with. This is the new build, alright? Significantly less, not significant, but there's like there's a few less conduits. And we did some rearranging, and the pipes are a little bit different. This is not correct. I will fix that later. And I kept thinking, like, man, can I get just 1 conduit? Oh, I can show you in game now. We'll do this in game. Alright, so this is the build now, okay? So, in game, a couple things got changed around. So we'll start up here in the north. So in the north, the biggest change you can see here with these conduits. Alright? So the conduit that was here collecting Shirajin, it's just gone. I just removed it. Alright? The one that was over here got moved to the north, right? So using that back row again. So I have my limiter, not limiter, but control port for only Shirajin, but it gets transported to the top and brought along to the back and into here. So next to the water conduit, right? And the reason why I did this is because you got to run it to over here, right? So I feel like that made a little bit more sense. This is over to the right. Acid's whatever, man. I can put acid and water, whatever, but the gas station stuff, like, it's to the right. Go to the right. This is the only thing you have to connect outside the base for gas, right? Conduit. I think all the other conduits are connected except the 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Yeah, so all the ones that need to be connected to something outside the base are actually up here. Cool thing I didn't realize I did. Neat. Alright, so that was one thing. The next thing was moving acid from here, from the right side of the base, over to this area, right? And just having it go straight into the fluid to gas transmuting unit. That was the next thing, right? Still limited by 12. That's why it goes punctuating every once in a while. But with this, I had to redo... I actually didn't have to. I could just move this guy around. I just moved this guy around. And now we just split the shear gen in the same way. This is still 15, 15, 7.5 going in, 7.5 going in, 3.25 going to the Aquagen farm, or Aquagen farm, 3.25 joining together with this 7.5 to send to the fluid to gas, and this all goes to the gas station now. So this is 10.275 or something, 2.75. Combining with 30, so this is 40 some odd moving through. We're gonna call it 40 moving through, right? So we got 40 going in here. Sure. Okay, easy clap. Well, I explained that really fast. I'm sorry. But I think it makes sense when you see it. Hopefully, I think that makes sense. And then Aquagen just got moved over. That's whatever. Also, I can show you like this. This is something a minor thing. The network map looks a little cleaner. I can't to get this to go like across. I can't do it, but so good. But anyway, it looks a little bit cleaner. Okay, so we discussed what we did up here. We kept the same pipe setup. We just moved around conduits and got rid of one, and we leveraged this back row space we have to just combine to this conduit. Right now, this guy goes over here. Okay, so which one is which? 46, 42. This is actually... Yeah, okay, so this is the one coming from... This 36 is the one coming from the liquid generation station. It's actually like 40-something, but I put 36 so I knew the difference between them. Because this 42 is a... This is 40 coming from North Wuling, and this is 60 coming from North Wuling. Alright? That's what's going on here. So these just combine to be, what? 70, 80-something. And go into there. Okay? Go into there. Go into the conduit... and get split. Still right here. This is still this whole Shiragen distributing system thing. Okay, we'll come back to Conduit Row. Actually, Conduit Row is good to discuss now. Let's discuss Conduit Row. So Conduit Row looks a lot simpler now. It looks a lot nicer, too. Looks a lot cleaner. I accidentally botched or closed off myself from my teleport location, where I really liked teleporting in over here because I didn't have a pipe in my face when I loaded in. But if I do it now, I have to change where my conduits are, where my gas tanks are, and I should just use it because I actually really liked it right here, because I could run through it, and I will probably change it after this video, because now I miss it, and I really want to load in right here, so that I can put the flowers in the stand, and I can load them with a pipe down in my face. Sorry, I'm not sorry. I'm on one. I'm on one today. Anyway, let's continue. So, the one conduit. So I kept thinking, like, one conduit, though? Like, can't I just do one conduit, man? I can just move this. I can just turn this around. Like, this doesn't have to face this way. I can move it out, too, if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I like it right there. I can actually move it in. I can't move it in, though. I really want to move it in. This is what I really want. So I can have these two just... I can have this come down right here. I can't do it. Anyway. Yeah, so I had to be willing to move this and this conduit. Now, this looks a little bootleg. I don't really exactly like this just right here, but I don't really want it against the purification units, and I don't think I want it at, the, like, here. So I don't know what I'm going to do about it. I might actually just move it back, though. I might move it back to here, and let's have a long pipe or something that split the red. I don't know. But I got to move the conduits first. You know what? No. Content ain't free no more. Y'all got to sit through me moving this. Hold on. Content ain't fucking free no more, bro. Excuse my language. Oh, no. Okay, if I want to do this, I would need to separate them a little bit. Because see how they're centered on here? I really like that. I can't do that here. Because I'm missing a conduit now. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do... I think we'll do it up here. I can't center it, so where do I do it? Yeah, because I'm odd. I'm 3 times 5, I'm 15. If I had the 6th one, it'd be okay. I think I'll do it here. Let me see what this looks like. Yeah, I think I want it closer to the pack. Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're going to do that. Alright, now let's move my gas tanks back. Yeah, I'll bring them back into the AIZ then, since I have the space. Okay, and then I move my... Dang it, I move my gas. No, I'll move it back. Which means I gotta move this, because I can't copy and paste that, can I? But I can move them individually. Okay, so I need... Ooh, that's gonna be weird. I'll do that last. But I need to do this first, actually. I need to see... what I'm working with. Okay, so like that. And then what I'll do... I want this... to come here. Right, like that. Because I'm going to move these back down. I'm going to move these down. Oh, here's another little trick. If you ever want to see, like, where am I going to go with this, right? So, you can use a pipe splitter and run your pipes. So, this is like 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that how I want that? Yeah, I don't want it going over the stairs, really. So, we'll move this down. Here. This is where I this to here. Okay. I think I'm a little too far. Oh yeah, we're gonna box Birdie Robo Andre in. Get boxed in, bro. Get boxed in. Yeah, I should do it on this side, so if I add another conduit, it just goes right there. But I'm trying to box in Andre. Okay. Like that, right? Take a look. Yeah! Yeah, be fearing for your life, Robo Andre. Freaking clanker. Okay, I'll fix those pipe logistics later. I'm gonna make you sit through that. Okay, anyway. Now that my gas is fixed. In quotation marks, fixed. Okay, you also gotta watch me reset, but once they start stabilizing, I'll reset. So, anyway. Oh, I can fix my login, my load in. Okay, you guys hit a little bit more. I'm sorry. Hold, stand fast, y'all. Stand fast. Oh my God! Why did I make all these bottles, bro? Please move Shiradai up. Scroll. I gotta reset all this shit here. Oh, but I got it. Yeah, hold that. Okay. Oh, whoops, hit the wrong button. Fix that. Okay, now how do I log? How do I zone in? Oh yes, thank you. Taking you to, and you can come right here. Now I get to load into this. Nice. Okay, alright, Energen. I guess you'll just be in the way, but whatever. That's only if I move, right? Anyway, now you can see why I waste all my time in my factory. Okay, anyway, back to the lesson. Back to the lesson. Okay, now, with figuring this out, of just using one conduit outlet by getting rid of this one, because remember, it was like in here. I did not have to do a trade-off of logistics anymore for conduits. I got to just get rid of a conduit and then use, really, one extra pipe logistics, technically, and that's a fine trade-off for me. I do not mind that. Now, if you can actually like get really creative if you want and put a pipe converger here and run them both in. It will move fast enough. I believe it will, but I'm not doing that. Okay, now with that said, I think that's it. Actually, I don't really have much else to talk about. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, I did a lot of things with pipes here. See this? This is like 1, 2, but this is just like 1. I don't like this, so I might do something with that of it coming over again and going up and over. 'Cause I don't like that imbalance there. But it also looks kind of goofy just running over for no reason, right? So I'm gonna move that. I might have them converge here, but then there's pylons in the way. I can move it down though, right? I can move it up too. I got space. So we'll see. And I have them like both converge and go left, something like that. I did a lot with these pipes. I was trying to like make these pipes not just like the 4 in a line. So I got 2 reasons for that. One, duh, of course you do 4 in a line. Like, why wouldn't you? However, I I've come to hate 4 in a line because anytime you do anything to your factory, the pipes clog up because there's not enough space at the end. But if you do 2 in a line, that's more than enough for anytime you do something for it to fix itself, and I really, really like that. So I went with that idea instead, and I tried to get them to look kind of the same, but it's not possible. But I got the brake to be the same, and I was supposed to do... Okay, I don't like this. I think I'm going to move this over like this, right? Do this instead. Because I don't like this belt being on that pipe. It's hard to see the pipe, as weird as that is to say. And it makes it look like it's not breaking at the same place, north and south. There we go. Like here, it looks like it's breaking. If I had that still there, it's like it's breaking at the same place, and I don't like that. So I'll do this instead. Yeah, okay, I like this. It looks a little jungly. Okay, so anyway, I did a lot of pipes. I did a lot. I did a bunch of different ones. A 3-in-1, like 3-in-1, and it was a whole bunch of crap. And I didn't like any of them, so I just settled with this. Yeah, I got free space here now, but I'm keeping my conduits in a column. They are all still in a column. Or not conduits, facilities. They're all still in a column. As best I can get them. Obviously, conduits don't count as much, but still in somewhat of a column. But all the facilities are still in a column. Very, very much like that. I like this. All right, so I have this whole thing about this. I really like this. This was a whole design decision to try and get this. I got this to begin with, but then I moved this over one because I wanted this. So it's like one block over, and they spread out too. I really like that. And then with conduit row right there, it looks even better. I really like how this conduit row looks. The gas tanks are not needed. They are not needed at all. However, I like the way they look, so they stay. That's it. They're aesthetic choice. I like them. You don't need them in any of these, actually. Not even the other one. Not even the other build. Well, you know, it goes like that sometimes. Yeah, okay, so that's it for this build. I've yapped long enough. By long enough, I mean 41 minutes. Now, I don't have much else to do in the factory. Well, I just told you some more things I'm going to do. I'm figuring... Oh! Okay, fine. I have to do this. I'm going to done resetting. Want to know a fast way to reset? Hit gasify. On your transmuters, you just hit this. And it will just clear out everything for you. You can put it in your inventory. You can do it with purification units, too. Here. Alright, now, with gas globes, a little different. You can't do it with gas globes. What you do... Oh, how much fill are you? Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Let me do this first. Yeah, let me reset gas globes. This is how you do gas globes. Go to production 2, scroll over, alright? Do not click on them. Do not click on them. Go into bulk action, delete both. Gas globe, hold control, place. Easy clap. Alright, now I gotta fix this though. When you're resetting a conduit, however, what you do, you take the conduit, you stash it, you see which one it goes to, because I forget all the time which was on my bar. Place it, grab it, go to the other one that has a symbol over its head now. Stash it in case it's also full. I'm just showing you how to do it. Place it, connect it, pop it, twist it, pull it, and it's reset now. You might be like, Sinnoh, why do you need to reset it? Because I hate cancel signs. That's why I do it. Any other questions? Chump. You're not a chump, I'm sorry. Any other questions? Pup? No? I hate to see my Rage Wolf comes out. Sorry, that's for my friend Cynthia. I caught roleplay too. Not a real roleplay, by the way. Not that I'm ashamed of that if I did do it. I just don't want you to think I'm good at roleplaying or anything. I'm awful, and she just tolerates me. Okay, so with that said, that's the Yinglung pass for right now. I have the minor things I'll probably change of, like I said, this pipe right here that I don't like. Maybe move this conduit. Actually, you know what? Oh, no, you're here, right? You're here. Let's see how this looks together. Not sure how I feel about it. How's it when I zone in? I can't even see it. I'll leave it for now. I'll see how I feel about it. But anyway, so that's Yinglung Pass for right now. I hope some of the tech of this was very helpful. I don't have much to do with the factory. I've been playing Satisfactory, but I keep thinking, I need to make some factory content. Now, this is not an obligation to you. Okay, now I've been talking about this a lot of like how I'm not obliged to do anything for you. The reason why I say that, God, that sounds like an asshole thing to say. But anyway, the reason why I say that is because I just do whatever I want to do for fun in the factory and record it. And I don't want you to ever feel like, oh my God, this guy's doing this for me. He's going to burn out. No, I might, but not for you. I burn out from my own ADHD tendencies to hyper-focus on things. So what do I have planned for the factory? Okay, so I have some other stuff I want to show you. Some stuff I have planned is I want to show how to set up an alluvium. Right, because I realize a lot of people do not know how to set up alluviums. They are not aware of that. So I'll show you what I mean. Alluviums are a good source. You can get like 100K doing your alluviums AFK, but I just like doing them when I watch Abbott Elementary, because I finished Blackish, I finished Grownish, and I'm on Abbott Elementary, and I fucking love that show. I'm gonna finish it and rewatch it like immediately because it's so good. My mom's a teacher, or was a teacher. She's still a teacher technically. So I have really such a place in my heart for teachers and nurses. I love them a lot. So if you're a teacher or a nurse, you let me know. You just let me know. And if you already need help with a factory on literally anything, you just ask me. I will help you. So anyway, a lot of people don't know how to set up their like alluviums. Now I want to preface this. I also don't know how to set up an alluvium. I've just found the shit that works. Okay. How you go AFK and not die. I actually, our Flanier, someone was talking in his, and I found this. So Yinglung Pass, this alluvium fucks you up, bro. This shit is tough. Wait, why am I showing you? I'm not supposed to show you. I'm gonna show you this. I'm yapping. Let me get this out of my system. This alluvium fucks you up, bro. I have to play it. I get tore up. I have to play as what's her name? God, she is so cute. My daughter. I have to play she's my niece. Anyway, I have to play as Mifu to do this one and not get my shit kicked in, because like Roshi has died multiple times on this one. It's actually kind of crazy. But what somebody found out is that you can start this alluvium, which I'm probably gonna start doing this instead. Only for this one. You can start this alluvium, and apparently you can just run to this bridge and enemies don't hit you. Which, if so, amazing, because these enemies are a pain in the dick. Yeah, they just stand there. Nice. Well, they're getting stunned, but nice. Okay, so I want to show tricks like this. I think a lot of people don't know tricks like this. I love this game way too much, okay? I need you to understand that. So, hey, you ain't supposed to be hitting me, bro. Chill the fuck out. What the hell? This tank broke. The tank broke. But, oh, they're like stunned. Oh, because their turrets aren't hitting. I don't have a bunch of sledgehammer deployments, so they're not hitting. Whatever, I just said it. But anyway, I actually use food here. I use that daggum Wuling 68% defense food, because you get beat the fuck up here, man. But anyway, so I want to show that. I want to show like how my Wuling City, excuse me, electricity network and zipline network are set up to work in conjunction with my hydro network for hydro rigs. Because a lot of people don't know hydro rigs. I gotta fix this. This was old. I gotta fix this one. This is the old way I had it set up. How you can kind of piggyback off that, right? So this is piggybacking and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I might show Dijon, but that's like whatever. You see my aqua gem. I'm gonna do my aqua gem while I'm finishing up my yap. But I want to show some stuff like that. Like, and I wanted to show like every alluvium for 1.4. And what I think I'll do, well, I go on vacation soon. But if I do it before I go on vacation, what I'll do is I'll actually put my editing skills to use. I'll like go to an alluvium, show you the setup, and then like play it out. But I'll speed it up at 2 times speed, right? And then I'll cut to black and then go to the next alluvium and show that one and go 2 times speed, so people can copy the setup and all that stuff. If they want to. Oh, 3 minutes, what the heck? And I want to show this right here. This is frying the fuck out of me when she does this. I was like changing to her to record this, and I did this, and I was like, no way. No, she doesn't just like come up here and serve some cunt real quick. Okay, Miss Ma, I see you. I see you, Miss Ma'am. Excuse me. I was not familiar with your game. Hit it. But I want to show that. I want to show like some of my credit shit I do in DJ. I've been back to this game a little too much in like the dumbest ways possible. And then I want to talk about. I want to do a separate video talking about Zircon. I think Zircon. I was talking with somebody in the Discord. Zircon really mess with people. I mean, it really mess with me. Y'all, if y'all want some craziness, you go back to some 1.2 videos. That was a lot. If I have 1.2 videos, I don't know. Oh my god, this build was so ugly in 1.2. Remember I had like the Ferium shredder right here? Oh, it was tough. I was fighting with how to figure out what to do with sewage. But anyway, I want to talk about Zircon because a lot of people don't know how this works. This is a massive lifesaver, right? So Zircon, inert and Zircon, right? Coming out the same place. How does this work? A lot of people don't know how this works to save you space. Like using pass-through, if you don't want to do this method, using pass-through method. You see that a lot with Hedonite stuff. This right here of like, why do I have the acid going through now? So this is a belt bridge. You may not have even noticed this. The acid is going through and into the sewage rather than with the Zircon effluent. Why do I have that? Why did I move the acid from the stuff here? I want to talk about some stuff like this, like Hedonite and Zircon production. If you understand that, you'll be able to make damn near anything in this game because you'll have a very good understanding of what's going on with like fluids and the different pipes and the logistics. And I can talk about like priority a little bit, how priority works a little bit that I know of now. Like I probably gotta consult some stuff. I can talk about especially stuff like why does this look like this, right? You may have seen other people do different things where like they have it stacked like this. Excuse me. Why do the Cuprium refineries look like this with so much space used as opposed to like saving space by stacking them like this? You put one refinery, you put another one right on top of it, right? I can do that. Why don't I do that? And where would you use that? It's like a space saver thing. Why do I make fitting? Why is the fitting unit here for Hedonite instead of up in Wuling City? There's a lot of stuff I can talk about. I want to really do a video on the design of my factory. If you look around, you probably don't see this kind of design very often. And by this design, I mean like I'm still one of the few people using, few people who are making guides for their builds at least, using all 4 bases. Like, why do I use all 4? Why does Jingyu Valley look like this? Why do I do anything? Every single thing I've done has a reason. Okay? There's a reason. Like, I can't explain to you how much I've engineered the shit out of this. Everything has a reason. Okay? Everything it looks like how it looks for a reason. And thanks to homies of the channel, I didn't call y'all that, like homies of the channel or something. I don't know. I feel a little bit more emboldened to talk about factory concepts. That seems to be a very big thing that at least NMouse has expressed. NMouse and oh my god, what's your name, my friend? No, I'm gonna find it. Hold on. Kengu has been around. Kengu came back. Nitro, he was talking to me though. Guatom, sorry, Guatom, my boy Guatom. He also really likes like, oh, I learned a lot from your videos. I cannot tell you how floored I am by that, but I shouldn't have yapped this long. I should have made this way shorter. But you know, y'all know what y'all get into. You come to my videos. I'm not talking about what the hell. What's going on back here? Nope, I go get it. But anyway, I want to talk about a lot of that kind of design stuff, and I want to talk about different styles of design. Because look, man, I got all this space, and like I refuse to make a compact factory that I don't like the way it looks. Somebody told me this is like a turtle, and because I posted for the the blueprint competition on SK4, I posted like the original 1.4 build, and somebody was like, "Hey, I like the way your factory looks. That first picture looks like a turtle," and I was like, "What are you talking about? This looks like no turtle. Let me show you. This little person was 100% correct. This thing does look like a turtle. Look at this thing. That looks like a turtle. Is it a turtle or a robot man? With his little feet and everything. I was like, oh shoot, this is a turtle. And I love turtles, by the way. Like, turtles are one of my favorite animals. Did I yap about that? Like, turtles, foxes, and owls. Those are my 3 favorite animals. If anybody ever asks you. And then frogs like a close 4th. You know why frogs are my favorite? One of my favorite animals? Literally. Well, first of all, I think green frogs are like cool, like rainforest frogs. But do you remember Power Rangers, the movie? The Ninja Rangers? They gotta fight Ivan Ooze. and the Black Ranger was got the frog, because this scene right here. Well, I'm not gonna show this. I don't know if I can get. I don't know if I got rate limit. But anyway, they show the. She talks about why everybody gets what they get, and she told an old boy, "You get the frog."
What's wrong?
Yeah, he was.
Frog.
Yeah.
Yes, a frog, like the one you kissed. To get a
And I was
handsome
like, oh.
prince.
He's all like happy, but I thought that guy looked cool, and like he gets like the tongue thing. Anyway, I like the frog because of that movie, and I thought frogs were cool anyway. From some book I had as a kid, my mom had a bunch of like books for us, like little nature books. I forgot the name of those things that we got to look through. All right, that's it, my friend. I've been yapping too long. I'm not yapping about shit I might as well be yapping about. Thank you for staying. If you got this far, I guess you got to hear a little bit about why I like frogs. There's a reward. But those are some ideas of some extra videos I want to do. I'll talk to you later. Bye.